Well, I have been on Google Plus since day 3, from when the network first started in 2011. I got an invite through my contacts in one of the Google groups I was involved in. So I joined the network very early. So I'm one of the very early adopters. And I totally love the way it felt. It felt, I sort of leapt in there. I leapt in there thinking, it's good for SEO because I knew that. And then I was blown away by the fact that it became so much more than just that. It allowed us to basically supersede the normal connections of our real world boundaries in a very real way. So in many respects, it felt very futuristic in terms of what it can help us achieve in the sharing of ideas, sharing of knowledge, discovery of new things, and contact with new people. Pretty much everything we sort of hope the future is going to be. One thing I love about it, an incredible number of things, but I'll say the thing which I really like about it is it keeps me honest. It's about connecting with real people, and there's no way you can fake that. And also there's no way you can fake who you are. And I think that has always been the greatest value of us as individuals, and us in a greater sense in terms of the communities we form and the social groups and social structures. And that's what I really love about it. Before that, there was simply no other social network that could allow you really to do that. Not that I went around being fake, but you're always aware of the gaming elements and the way that you can actually use them to your benefit, and people do. So I need to inevitably ahead of in the digital world. I don't always have the time, especially if I'm immersed in a writing project as I am at the moment, and I'm a little bit behind, and I'm sort of using every available hour of the day to catch up. So there's an inevitable risk that I fall behind in terms of trends and current things. And having an extended network of people whose interests overlap with mine, I just dive into Google Plus. I can pretty much catch up in my spare time to what's happening, what's current, what the thinking about it is. And even more than that, I also benefit from the fact that other people have thought about something at depth, and then I read their comments, and it helps me. So it helps me in that regard. But it also helps me in terms of de-stressing and feeling a lot less isolated. When I travel a lot, I go from airport to airport, hotel to hotel, and locally you're very sort of disenfranchised, if we say that, because you're living in a capsule. But these days I take my social network with me. And also if I feel I'm having a really bad day in my head and things are not working out, if I dive into Google Plus, a bit of an exchange in the lighter section of the stream, perhaps, it really helps. It's just like going to the water cooler away from the office. So it helps me in all those ways. And it's a very human thing, which is weird, right? Because we're talking about cutting edge digital tools and people working in a very sort of remote, almost faceless way, you would say. But it isn't. There's a very personally, I would love it. I would love to see it become even bigger and better. The reality is we really don't know how Google is going to develop it. I mean, obviously they are developing it. At every turn, it has to fit in with what they do as a company. We can guarantee that it won't go away because it plays an important part in the social signal that Google mines, but we don't know exactly what direction it'll take. So the only guarantee here is that as long as there is that people connection, well, I'll be there making that, because that's really valuable to me and I absolutely love it. And there are other people who feel the same. So whatever complaints we may have, which are numerous at some point, we make it work because it allows us to connect.